I'm Local 5 meteorologist Chris Kubal here with a look at what's ahead for the weekend. We have a weather impact alert day status in place for Saturday after 5 o'clock in the morning. Kind of a two-headed monster we're looking at here. We're just wiggling our way through, trying to avoid the worst of the impacts, and we will, but we're not going to avoid all of them. I'm looking at another round of freezing drizzle in here in the morning, and then eventually snow evolving over the northern half of the state. What you're going to need to do is drive cautiously if you're headed out for the weekend. No doubt those treated roads will be in better shape, but as we just saw on Wednesday night with that freezing drizzle, it does not take much icing to create big-time impacts. At the time of this recording here on Thursday afternoon, it's bright sunshine. We'll see a mix of sun and clouds pushing in for Friday. Our storm system of note still well out on the California coastline, stationary front wiggling its way through the Mountain West. And generally speaking, the jet stream running about straight west to east. So this one is targeting moving through in Iowa. There will be two distinct bands of precipitation to watch. Some rain down to the south and some heavier snow stretching across the Dakotas, Minnesota, and into Wisconsin. That's where there is a winter storm watch, and some heavy snowfall amounts pushing through not too far away, and some of that lighter snow will try to drop down into Iowa for Saturday, middle of the day and into the afternoon. So more freezing drizzle on the way. No rest for us, just a couple of days here before it arrives on Saturday. But if you are getting that itch for some snow, I found some. Next week through Valentine's Day and next weekend, we have several little ripples of energy riding that jet stream in here, so we'll be tracking that for you. Temperatures into the low 40s for Thursday afternoon with a lot of sunshine after some morning clouds drifting through. We will be calling for a mix of sun and clouds as we go into tomorrow. Those clouds building in overnight. Temperatures dropping to about 20 degrees either side of that mark. Then I'll take you to 39 on your Friday. Generally speaking, pretty easy going. Not a bad way to head into the weekend. Just know when you wake up on Saturday morning, those conditions will have changed. Upper 30s generally across central Iowa, a little bit cooler off to the north and east. So let's talk timing across different parts of the state. And I think we dive into the freezing rain first, and especially so in southern Iowa. But through the morning time frame, that's where we're going to see that light icing. Eventually, some of those snowflakes drop in from the north. But this is going to be a feature mainly northern half of the state. I'd say north of about Highway 30. You have the chance to pick up a light accumulation of snow after that initial little burst of drizzle. Here's Futurecast. Some returns going into Friday morning up north. Those won't reach the ground either side of 20 to start the day. And then a mix of sun and clouds for Friday afternoon. We go into the weekend. Watch the burst of pink that tries to get going here early in the morning. It develops very early. I think 4 or 5 o'clock, we're really starting to see it take over. And then it continues to push eastward. By daybreak, just after 9 o'clock, we should have a solid glaze out there across the landscape. But as that wraps up, you start to see those snowflakes mix through. So what's happening up in the clouds? We're getting ice back in the clouds, and that's the very foundation to which snowflakes and big raindrops can form on. In this case, temperatures cold enough we're talking snowflakes. Otherwise, it's another shallow pool of moisture that we'll see early on. So snowflakes return, some light accumulations will be possible. Speaking of light accumulations, it's just a glaze of ice. But as we saw on Wednesday, it doesn't take much. Untreated surfaces will become very, very slippery. When it comes to the snowflakes up north, up to an inch of snow is possible on our northern edge, say up towards Highway 3, Pocahontas, Iowa Falls, Clarion, Fort Dodge. You get down towards Des Moines, I'm really not expecting any here. Again, northern half of the state. Even more so up into Minnesota, some 6 to 9 inches there across the middle of the state, 2 to 6 in the southern part, and near the state line, up to 2 inches will be possible. So on the travel scene, it's iffy. If the roads have been treated, they won't be near as bad. Those city streets, likely a sheet of ice. So take it easy out there Saturday and both morning and into the evening. I think those impacts going to linger a little bit. But by Sunday morning, we should be back in a little bit better shape. Check out the precipitation outlook. For once, it's showing above normal precip as we look out towards days 8 through 14. And generally speaking, I see it. I see the ripples of energy we're going to be tracking. And that next one on down the line, lining up for Tuesday, I think this is going to bring some light snow, widespread blanket of it across central Iowa, and then targeting the southern reaches of the state on Wednesday. Get out towards next weekend, still another storm system, and those temperatures generally colder as we look out in the distance closer to Valentine's Day.